I got new machines.
Waiting for you to hop on, you know.
Oh no.
Let me just go here. That's what it is. Zero views.
Let's see who's talking shit. Wait.
Video is not available. What?
Okay, try it now.
Did you just subscribe or something?
Nope.
You did?
No.
Let me do this. I need to show you this.
And you know the only people that can have a subscriber stuff are affiliates.
I know, and I know you're not affiliate. That's what's kind of weird.
Or unless they said, hey, guess what you are now?
This video is only available for a subscriber of the boss.
Send me a picture. Yes, please. So I can also send it to Twitch. Unless somebody's basically going, like, you know what I'm saying.
Okay, I'll send it to you through Kick. Or do you want it on Discord? Would that be easier?
Maybe Kick. Maybe Discord. So other people can see it. I don't care. Because some reason my electronic stuff is messing up.
Okay, that got muted in the chat. It's like 47. Oh.
47 and what?
47 new messages on Discord.
Okay.
The chat.
Do we have any more members than 18 right now?
I don't think so.
So that means it's gonna fucking take a while. Excuse my language.
I'm trying to find your butt. Didn't we add each other on there?
On what?
On Discord?
Yeah, you're an admin in the group.
I know, that's what.
Just go to my profile.
I did, I clicked on it, come up,
Yeah, that's my name and number.
There we go. There we go, that's better.
Now try reloading it.
I'm sending it. I'm sending it. It's just weird, because I hit this last video and 0 views, 6 seconds.
Yeah. Sometimes it does.
I don't know why they're saying this.
Sometimes it says I have 0 views when I have 5, 10 people in the thing. But what that means is basically 0 views after the video has played. I figured it out. Because it shows anybody in the chat, it will basically take a little while.
Holy fuck.
What?
A lot of your videos have 0, like I said.
Yeah. That means after the broadcast, you know what? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because if we focus on 0, guess what we're going to get?
0, I know. I relate. Like I say, even what I did, I know it's under copyright, but I've never been paid for it. Guess what I did on my channel when I originally started?
Huh.
He was on
Huh.
If you were to get in on the top of the whole on the side of that.
Uh-huh.
Ask them what type of music you want to listen to that's loud. Because say this, guess what I'm doing? On my computer, YouTube, I look for something they're looking for to play.
There's a thing.
I
There's.
would tell them, I don't care what you know.
Well, there's always
Just
request.
give me one that's going to be $300.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we gotta set it up. Certain rules, like if they don't have that much money, don't even do it. You can go to my stream now? We should set it up so basically, like, say there's people that don't have that much money and stuff like that. We just say it.
Is that at the base?
Yeah, I'm at the base.
I like it. It's not so
All we have to do is say if you don't have that much money, don't worry about it. Your share is good enough contribution. Because honestly, yeah. Because if you notice, a lot of people ask. Go on. You go ahead.
Patreon, you know.
Yeah. Welcome to the stream. See, that's you probably.
Yeah, probably. It's still saying 0.
It's gonna take a little while. Yeah. I did a lot. Check it out. It looks nicer.
Shit. I like it. I like the green.
Yeah. Yeah, it's more soothing than that poop yellow orange mustard stuff. That's good for roads.
He was
Yeah, I figured a lighter color would be more soothing and more brighter. Instead of like a dull color that isn't really color, it's just, it looks like baby shit. That's like poo color.
I like it. I like it.
Yep. I found a certain block of gray. Somebody gave me, I don't know where I got them, so, or found them. Got 2 new more mixers. Cause I mean, look at this shop. Yeah, if PvP comes to this world, $1 million shop, I think was about 4 machines ago.
I remember in-game.
Yeah. In-game coin, yeah, I know. Well, not $1 million, million coin. Because if it was $1 million, you know what I mean. And I don't know how much the base. Yeah, I know. Because the media, they think, ooh, money, blah blah blah, and yeah. But honestly, this is like, I'd go fuck that, and we'd be getting AOE hammers and just tearing down this shit because each one of these little things right here,
Yeah.
I've seen them run for $300 or 300 coin a block.
Hey.
And look how many there are right here and down here. Somebody walked away with that, they would be, I don't know how wealthy.
Yeah, that's if the game lasts too long. They did that stuff.
Dude, if they brought PvP to this world, you know how many people. If they brought PvP to regular servers like this, you know how many people would quit the
If they
game?
made a universal PvP, I will say this game is dead.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't even officially play it.
Yeah. Yeah. They're supposed to be making worlds that are just PvP. Like Exo Worlds, you can only like Exo Worlds, you can only get so much stuff. There, either that is a apparition or somebody is building something over the sea. Let's see, it's probably an apparition.
Oh, I see that.
Yeah.
Oh, someone's gotta be building something.
Nope, apparition.
Apparition.
Look, poof, gone.
Hold on. Whoa. That's cool. So they still have the ghost shit.
Yep. We need to redo the pentagram. You want to know why? Right after Fort put that in, the next night we became fourth and fifth. So I'd rather have it being good intentions instead of basically, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Someone telling you.
Yeah, because they were wanting to
people
get,
there.
yeah, basically they were wanting to I'll show you. Where is it?
So is that a ghost operation up in the left corner?
I'm not sure. What, that? That's real. That's just a tower. But, what was I about to say? Can you remind, oh yeah, he was wanting to take down a lady that ran a mall. This mall right over here because she closed all the portals and didn't tell anybody about it. But
But it's her choice. It's her
yeah.
mall.
So basically, he was wanting to become number one just to knock her out of the thing. Number one.
And what does that sound? Greed.
Exactly. Number one to basically achieve a trophy and bring traffic to everybody else, that's okay. Not to knock somebody down.
Because eventually you get knocked down.
Yeah. Like when I was Minecraft number one, guess what? I achieved number one, but you know what? Somebody else has to achieve it while I'm gone. Like basically
like
Strike Vector. Yeah. But then I get sometimes. I'm not really worried. And if I didn't drop, I will bust my ass off. No, I mean like no joke, bust my ass off.
But you were playing it for fun.
Yeah. Sometimes I play it to be number one because I really want it, you know. But sometimes I just play it to play it. Like that shooting game at home. I didn't mean to become number one. Huh?
I'll say even over stream, one game I was number one at, and even the devs asked me to stop.
What?
Prototype 2.
Oh, did you remember on Just Cause?
What?
You remember Just Cause?
Yeah.
I was knocking people off basically the fucking boards.
Yeah. But like I say, anytime they like that Super OK Club. That's how it goes.
Yeah. Well, they wanted, you know what usually breaks them, those world records? Bots.
Yeah, I mean, if I just be stop it or whatever, but because it's what I know.
Hmm.
I'm not cheating.
Well, you know,
It's never the same years.
you know what you could do if they kept on doing that?
I know this is.
Discrimination. Because if you're that good of a player, why quit a game you enjoy? Because honestly, part of what I think happened on Minecraft, guess why? I hit number one. And I stayed there. And I think I was fighting against bots. The only person that I seen that also, the other person that I seen that was number one, Omega. But he was number one on a different category.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if they did the same damn thing to him. Oh, you're number one.
But the
Guess what?
funny thing is,
They killed my chickens, dude. All of them. They made it to where the stuff that I had set up, it took me weeks upon weeks and months upon months to get the chickens let into those little pits. So they would lay eggs and stuff like that. Every one of them was killed. Every one of them. So I wouldn't have an automatic chicken layer. And tell me, doesn't that look like griefing?
it is.
So I mean, if it's not a player doing it, that means an admin did it of the game.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was I don't know if it was because I duped on that map, but I heard if you dupe on that map on a map, they just kick you off the game.
They'll permaban you. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but remember, I duped like years before I even hit number one. And when I duped, I didn't dupe the stuff that I did. They were all the same.
You duped another thing that you were
Yeah.
testing.
Yeah. All I duped was some items. I didn't dupe mushrooms. I didn't dupe all that other stuff. It was the same dang thing that I picked up.
The only thing I could think about, if it wasn't a player around, and I suggested it, but you said you already
It would only. You want to know something that's fucked up? It would only let me download DLC. It wouldn't let me download the game. It went straight to DLC.
You're kidding me.
Nope.
That's weird.
I think someone doesn't like me being number one, if you ask me.
There's always going to be the haters, and especially software.
I'm wondering if it's basically some of the parasitic elite going, oh, you have to be part of our club or you can't be number one, so we're going to fuck up your shit. Seriously.
If they really want to do that, they will make sure you're not there. Just be whoever it is, it's not.
I don't think if it's, well, let me see. Some people were trying to run me over with a car. Maybe they were trying to make it so I wasn't there, but they can't do it, so they're going to fuck with my channel, and that's the only way they can do it. They can't fuck with my mind, because my mind's already fucked up enough. They can't fuck it up any more than it is already messed up. Excuse my language,
But if they really have the power, they would have rid of you.
Yeah, but you also got to remember, I'm also in a group that's also protecting me. So there is that protection.
Like I was told you,
Yeah, true. But there's also the society that I'm in. They don't play that game. Somebody does that, guess what happens? the society will shun them so quick. Like, let's say if I took a bribe from somebody to do some messed up stuff, guess what? That society wouldn't talk to me.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it wouldn't be
I
that.
don't blame them.
Basically, it has to be the parasitics because the parasitics and the beneficials go at it. The only way that they can take me out is if they make it look like an accident. Wait a minute, car running me
Those
over.
killers
I
are
didn't.
cool.
Basically saying, oh, I didn't see him while he was walking in the street. That easy.
Yeah.
See, they can't take me out on a normal way unless they hire some, you know, they have to make it
But
look so it's an accident.
it's a game.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, it's a game.
I know. That's what's sad. And
That's why I say that some of them
so can I say one thing? The parasitics, one thing that they do, this is one of the main key things that they do. They basically destroy people's stuff that actually achieve it on their own so that they cannot. So it's basically possibly, it doesn't mean they have to be parasitic elite. They could just be plain parasitic. Like let's say you have a good channel and you get more views than me. Me trying to shut down your channel, which I already know people have tried to shut down my stuff. I actually scared sooner when I pulled up the report who reported my page. That's when she started calling me anonymous. No, I just looked up in the report log.
Like I said, again,
I know.
Parasitic elite, parasitics,
They're
all just the same. They're all just.
Yeah, they don't understand that they can achieve it.
Oh my God! I just realized something. They might be the best.
That's what it's gonna. That's what's gonna happen.
No, but I was just saying that there's someone listening that's like that. Oh my God, we're all the same. Who's gonna be number one?
Yeah.
Think about that.
And then they're all gonna start going after each other. They're already doing that. Who's gonna be number one?
They've been doing it for years. But, like I said, how can you say you're number one when you're number one? Yeah.
We have our moments at being number one. We have our moments at being number one. That's all we have, man, is our time and basically our experiences. I mean,
At the end of the day, I even told you a long time ago, and people keep on asking, "Oh, should I shoot this virus?" But it doesn't, you know, if I make it, I make it.
yeah.
I'm not going to do it, just like everybody else, you know.
Yeah. But a lot of people don't understand. Some people can get famous, but they don't get rich. Some people can get rich, but they don't get famous. It doesn't always happen.
Yeah, just like
Both of them. Guess what? What I heard, if you have a minimum wage job, you're richer than some of the people that are rappers. They're supposed to be big time rappers because they're in debt. And they ain't making any money. Yeah, they usually ain't making any money they usually have to, if they're doing it wise, they have to use the money that they give them, the sign-on bonus, because usually it's a loan, and also it's going to take them a couple albums to pay it off. If they, and I mean,
sometimes even 100. You know.
Sometimes not any of them. Sometimes they're just in debt.
The thing, the only way a rapper or any artist can do and make it big in the time, and me and my little sister was talking about this, okay? They have to sell their own stuff to get it on their own. Because when they go through a company, that's it. You might as well figure it out for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's worse than credit card debt, man. Being famous and it grabs you by your balls, no matter what.
I'd rather be, and yes, I will even say my own fucking name over the fucking screen, and I don't really give a fuck. I am certainly, I didn't compare for a very long time as much as the boss. Yes, it's me. I don't give a fuck. You know.
You're even dropping the F-bomb. You know what? I don't care.
I don't care, you know. It's, like I said, I am having fun playing the games I've been playing. You know. Just fun. That's why you get number one, because we're having fun. We're not angry. Because we don't have to be better than anyone else. We push each other to be better. You know. What these people don't understand, and what made me down, oh, guess what? I'm gonna fuck with this dude because he's doing this. I'm gonna do this because I want to cry because I'm not able to do this. I have to cry because I have to work 9 to 5 and I'm not being able to deal with.
And also, they don't understand us being on Google. Number one, when you pulled up Illuminati, we were like that for what, 6 months, maybe a year.
Yeah.
But still, we didn't make any money. That's what they don't understand. Basically, they think coming up on a research or on a search on Google, or basically, I mean, unless you're like one of the top paid players like Ninja that plays Fortnite, you ain't really gonna get shit. All you're gonna get is maybe a like, if you're lucky. And basically, the main thing that you get the basically the feeling that you at least achieved something.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's more than the money.
But they always think, oh, this is all money-wise. This is all
Yeah.
money-wise. The only time any person gets money, anyone, even on YouTube, is even at affiliate status, you know,
Yeah.
if they have a Patreon and someone's actually paying them,
Or
be a sponsor.
Or basically if they have enough views.
Even that is
It
still
ain't gonna,
the Patreon getting supported.
some are, some are not. You gotta remember, some are probably just doing it the old, just Twitch. We don't know. And some are doing it just on YouTube, but that's really in a rare thing.
But if you look at what was in the subtitles, and that's going on.
Yeah, a lot of them do have a Patreon. Either a Patreon or PayPal link, usually.
Like, if you want me to keep on making these videos, go to my Patreon and give me $110. I'll keep on making it. I'll send you a picture of me giving you a finger. You know? I'm not trying to be it.
Yeah.
Just, I've heard this stuff so much, and all the fucking hatred. Even like eating this stuff.
Because everybody's jealous of each
Hey,
other
maybe
and trolls.
you can give them an idea how to change the game. But don't say it's fucking garbage. Don't say it's this. Because say like you worked 5 years on a game, got paid for it. And they're willing to change it, but everyone's saying you should have never made this fucking game. It's garbage, blah blah blah. It's a piece of shit. You know, I'm not trying to cuss up your channel. I'm not trying to get you mad.
Yeah. I dropped the F-bomb too.
It's just agitating me because of all these people negativity.
Yeah.
It's the reason why I made this account. It's the reason why I didn't want people to know I even existed on this account. Even into my life. Oh, that's cool.
That's how much
What's all those blocks?
Those blocks are the property that she owns. That means nobody can build above it or below it. They might be able to mine here. That's it. They can't build.
But that's cool.
Yes, it is. It belongs to her. It's a lot of expansion.
But like I said,
she's not fucking around.
We're just here to enjoy.
Yeah.
That's all we're here for. You really want to keep on wasting your time and actually achieving something. You know, good for you. You're hitting people that have no fucking money. Sorry for that propaganda.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like they think we're rich and oh my god, they're beating us and half the time we're wondering what the next thing is that we're gonna do. That's it. You know?
Yeah. And so
what we're gonna eat at night.
Yeah, sometimes I do. Trust me on that. I know that feeling. Hold up a second. I'm gonna see if my dad told me one. I'll be yeah. Nah, he went to sleep. I'm not gonna bother him. I just can't wait till next Saturday. Why? Because I get paid. Might be my small check, but you know what? It's something.
But yeah.
And you know how I earned it? I went to work. That's how I'm getting SSI and SSDI. Because I put my time in.
And you barely live off that too.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why I'm trying to make it as a gamer. So I can at least make ends meet. I'm not looking to fucking make $1 million if I can buy an extra fucking Whopper or some kind of sandwich or something to drink or a gallon of milk. That's better than no gallon of milk or no sandwich.
Yeah.
If I can get it to where everybody gets a cheeseburger a month, that's better than nothing. That's something. That's something that they didn't have. That's what a lot of people don't understand. It's a start. And it takes
hard
work
and dedication. You know?
Oh yeah. And also I remember one streamer named Tiny Tank, basically he says don't trip off your views because sometimes it's just going to be you and Nightbot and nobody else. Don't even worry about the views. Just have fun, enjoy the game. That's what I do. Sometimes I don't have views. Sometimes I'll have a shitload of views. I mean, a whole shitload of views. You know? I'm thankful for everything.
I'll even.
Yeah.
I'll even get this. The reason why I'm originally DJing because I'm good at it.
Yeah.
You know, and my right leg is shot and my back is.
Yeah.
I literally ripped all the colors.
Whoa, hold up. My thing, I have to change the settings real quick. I changed the channel out on accident. I had the remote control in my thing, so I can't hear you. Okay, now I'll be able to hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. Okay, now what did you say? So I don't...
I ripped out all the cartilage in my right leg.
Mm-hmm.
And my back is gone, and I like playing games, you know?
Yeah.
I wanted a career out of it. That was my dream when I was younger.
Yeah.
Make a career out of something I love.
Yeah.
And what people are doing, they're ruining that dream. Why? Because they just want to pass everything because they can't do anything. You know?
Or they feel that they're better. And, dude, some people have a learning curve, but guess what? I have a learning curve. But you want to know something? Once I learn something, I fucking learn it better than anybody else.
Just keep on trying. You know?
Yeah. They don't understand that. They think,
But,
I want it now. Dude, this ain't no loan commercial, you know?
yeah.
They think it is.
We're just speaking, you know. Let me put it this way. Sometimes people hate me, we're looking
Exactly.
I'm going to say I'm blessed.
Yeah. Some people don't have anybody following them on Twitch.
Some people don't even have a system or a TV or even internet to play it.
Yeah.
So,
And some of our fans, guess what? They don't have enough money for a gaming console. And basically, we're living a life that they want to live, or at least they believe they want to live, where we're able to basically play games. You know, there's a lot of people who want to go, they go, oh, I want to be like that person. And I've seen people in stream say, I look up to you and all that stuff. Actually, I remember it was on Home, I think, asking basically if I could be their mentor and stuff like that. And I thought that was pretty cool. It isn't just about, this is what a lot of people don't understand. It's about the relationship between the streamer and the person that's watching the stream. And a lot of people don't understand that. You know. And a lot of the people from Home came on to Twitch and messed it up and became trolls over here. I've seen people, some streamers basically go down in tears. Not that many people will mess with me because I'll tell them how I feel. They don't.
But like I said, at the end of the day, they're just happy.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm sad because I don't troll. Yeah.
But these people that have the negativity,
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
And that's what people don't understand. Our society nowadays, I want everything people have now.
Yeah.
I've been seeing this a lot in games. I know when MMORPG comes out.
They want everything now.
Oh, this is fucking shit. This is garbage. I didn't like this. I didn't like that. And guess what they do? 3 months later, they probably because they didn't give them time.
Yeah.
This is the best game ever. I never said it sucks.
Yeah.
You know, they need to give things time.
But you also gotta remember, parents don't raise parents anymore. Usually the school or the government do. Well, actually, I don't even think the government does it really anymore. It's just basically kids raising kids, pretty much. They're not taught
Basically,
morals, they're not taught patience, and they're not taught respect for their own human kind, their fellow brother, man, whatever.
you want to hear something funny?
Yeah.
Guess what they tried to teach me in college?
Uh,
Yes, I've been held back on some DSLs and GED classes. Yes, my life isn't perfect, like I said. Guess what they were trying to teach me?
uh,
Think about yourself. You're self-only. Fuck your family. Fuck your friends. Be greedy. Think about yourself.
that's not right.
And you know what I did? Went out one year, and out one year, and out the other. Because I didn't want to hear that stuff. Because if you're not willing to help somebody,
Yeah.
like you're helping your dad. We
Yeah.
talk about it every time, right?
Yeah.
That's equivalent to so you go to college to start getting stuff better. And they tell you, fuck your dad.
I would tell them to fuck off, and I'd probably end up getting into a fight with them. And if they mouthed off with me, I'd probably deck them.
And this is what our generation is taught.
Yeah.
Think about numero uno. No one else is
Well, in NA, they teach you it's a selfish program. You gotta think about yourself. But they also teach you how to look out for the fellow addict. I used to go to NA, and basically they said that the newcomer is the most important. So, I mean, they still at least tell you basically if your family or friends or stuff like that are basically quote unquote still using, to get away from them. Because if it sets off a trigger, you know, that's understandable. But to tell everybody to fuck off or whatever, they tell you basically do the best thing you can to better your life and also be an example for others.
And not to interrupt you, bro, but you got another viewer.
Yeah. Welcome to the stream. There was 3. But with me, I usually, sometimes when I'm in conversation, I just, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But there's not very many people that talk about this stuff, you know?
Yeah.
They want to sugarcoat it. World isn't perfect. World isn't candy and rainbows all the time. You know? There's bad times, there's good times, it's what life is.
But what they don't understand is they think being number one in the world is either going to make them rich or solve their problems. It's not. Because you know what it's going to get? It's going to get more people wanting to be number one. You're going to be at a plateau. You can't go anywhere if you're at the top. And if you think you're going to make it at number one and nobody's going to mess with you and try to take your title at number one or whatever, you got another thing coming. Because basically,
because there's always someone after the title.
Oh yeah, when we were on Modern Warfare, dude, everybody was coming after me on the map. just sending the helicopters and all that at me.
Once they realized why, once they were coming up with me too, was like,
Huh?
triple kill by one of us every time.
Dude, triple?
You don't need nice,
Dude, they were killing me more than they were killing you at times.
I was fighting back.
I was too. You know, it's like,
But this conversation is very second one. And these people talk about it. Sorry. Like I said, there's not very many people that talk about this.
yeah. Well, everybody's scared to be number one. And basically, they don't understand the consequences. And I believe people should know the consequences. Yeah, they might still be there though. But it's always good to basically still continue the conversation. I think it was forward, but it's okay.
Yeah. But like I said, it's just, no one's taught that they should care. It's always that they should want.
Yeah.
I want. And I even started noticing that I watch the younger generation, I watch the older generation. Matter of fact, here's a point of view. You know I'm a Muslim, right? I went up to the senior citizens. Wow. Right? When she was going over there. I sat there and just looked. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Guess what I realized?
Mm-hmm.
I was back in preschool. You want me to explain what I mean?
Go ahead.
Oh, you know, this person saw this person, and you know, her house was a mess. You know, stuff you would hear people in like fourth or fifth grade talk. I'm like, these are our elders.
But the elders are talking
This is
smack?
What?
The elders were talking smack?
Yeah. I mean, they were worse than 26-year-olds. And I mean, these are our elders. This is the people that we're supposed to live up to, you know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, if I want to hear this stuff, I want to live through the good stuff. I need to live through the good stuff. You know? You know what I mean? Yes, I'm antisocial. I don't even talk. This is the most I talk. You need to get into these conversations. Yes, I try. Yes, I am a shadow. I try to be that way. Actually, but I said my real name in the channel, or what my original channel was.
Yeah.
Yes, I used to be a lot more than that. I learned. You know.
But the only reason why you were like that, a lot of people were hurting each other. And sometimes you have to basically pretty much stand up for people. But I mean, fighting is old.
But yeah, like I said, it's people need to. I mean, everyone. Not just me, the younger generation, the middle generation, the older generation. All of them.
Yeah.
What I see, they need to grow up. And that kids taking care of kids?
It is.
You were right. Because how many of these adults I've seen, they're childish. I didn't get that food cup. I didn't get this. Why did you look at her? You know?
Yeah.
These are elders of the things.
But you also gotta remember, elders, there's 2 times in a person's life where they're young.
Bro, you might need to talk over.
There's 2 times in life when people are like when they're young. When they're young and when they're elders. Because basically they're minds. I'm also laying down.
Yeah, that's why I said you might need to talk.
Yeah.
Sorry for listening. But yeah, it's just people need to grow up. Plain and simple. Um, Just like when I went to go for this one place for help, and this person said, yes, they will let me 100% you need it. That's what they told me after I got there in the conversation.
Oh.
You don't need our help. That's why when I hear, oh, this place will help you,
Matters what place.
I've been told that before. You know? Oh, now that was cool.
What?
All that rendering.
Oh, how I went to how I went through the portal?
Yeah, it was all like a mist and then a rendering and like all this other stuff.
Yeah. Oh, what also is cool? Check out this. You're supposed to take fall damage. I didn't because I walked off here and I fell on the ramp.
That's cool.
Because basically it was like I fell, like I was it was at the angle, you know what I mean, while I was walking.
Yeah. So long as you have an angle that is equal to where you're walking.
Yeah, so if I just fall off like this, there goes most of my
But again, I will even say this. Ooh, that was the amount of damage.
Yeah.
But I will say this conversation is very big. I'm sorry. You know, sometimes you talk about this stuff. We don't mean to, you know, make anyone mad. And I'm just saying this to people because I was just saying,
it could be someone 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 100 years, down, even 1,000 years. We don't know how long this video is going to be out. Even if it gets deleted, we don't know if somebody finds it.
or someone could have even recorded it, you know.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's just...
We don't know the impact that we're going to have.
Yes, sometimes I'll even get back to being a little dinner.
So can I.
But I admit it. I'm not the nicest person in the place. I can be a mess. But the only thing that makes me different than a lot of people, even if you're different, you don't even admit when we're being mess.
Yeah.
Some people like, oh, no, you're wrong. I'm this. Did to your faults.
Yep.
Like, I'll even be honest. All I even say about it, you know, I didn't read close.
You want to hear it? You want? Huh? Video games?
Elder Scrolls Morrowind.
Nice. You want to know what helped me read?
What?
Nintendo Power.
Hey, anything that can help someone. See, email stuff, like email us.
But you want to know something? Since you shared something, I didn't stop peeing the bed until I was 16 years old. Hey, I'm not ashamed.
Yeah.
You never know. So we might have some people that have problems wetting their bed because they have a weak bladder.
Yeah.
So I mean, shoot, if it helps someone, it helps somebody.
Yeah. But like I said, just try to learn from it. What we're all saying. Instead of like, this person's better than me. I'm wrong.
Yep.
That's not what I'm saying. You know?
Yep.
All that leaves is what if this keeps on going like this, forgive me for saying this. And it's even in the Bible, how many times we're gonna say, ask is that, basically it means if we keep on going down the path of this hate and greed, all that's gonna be left is ashes.
I don't even think ashes or dust would be the case. I think it would be vapor.
No, if people keep on showing the hate, like, I knew trolls that try to make people do things to themselves.
Yeah.
And if they keep on doing like that, so like, hey, remember that? I just don't want you on that.
Yeah.
What if that was that one person's relief?
Yeah, they don't understand that.
What happens if that person gets so lost because they can't play it anymore? And they just end themselves.
Yeah.
You know, that's the hatred I'm talking about. What happens when there is no one else to hate and there's just one person? Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. I mean, there's nothing wrong. And if your life is really that miserable that you have to hate it, I'll even be honest, I feel sorry for you. Because guess what? I was there. Even the ones can tell you, when he first met me, I was an asshole. I was quiet.
You weren't that bad of an asshole.
I know, but you know what I was telling you. I was wondering who's this guy in my pants.
Well, sometimes you still gotta worry about that, though. No matter, always. Because basically it could, like, look what, with me. How many friends did I lose? Just because either I did something the way I wanted to do it, or didn't believe the way that they wanted me to believe. How many of my friends tried to pretty much destroy my whatever I had? A whole shitload. A lot of my friends that I thought were my friends were not my friends.
But y'all had a brother for you.
Yeah. one of the people that I thought, one of the persons that I thought would be my friend was backing a group that is basically pretty much pedophiles pretty much pay for their group so where they can cause havoc and terror. And I'm all, dude, and I had to block him because he was making it look like a person in this group that was basically starting stuff with people and starting a fight with people, trying to hurt them, getting their butt kicked, shouldn't be shared. Why I shared it is because there's going to be a consequence when somebody hurts somebody. It wasn't to say, ooh, they're mean. I shared it because, hey, there can be a consequence if you're doing something, if you're treating somebody like a dick. Excuse my language, usually stuff will happen back. It wasn't basically to get even with no group. It was saying, think about a thing you do, the thing you might think that is good, but is getting backed by the wrong people, and usually circumstances happen where people get hurt. It wasn't to basically shame a group. It was basically to basically show them, hey, if you're gonna be a dick and hurt people, you're usually gonna get someone that's gonna knock your teeth down your throat.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, think before you do something. I mean, if it's a just cause, that's a total different thing. I mean, if somebody basically ends up standing up to someone that's beating up an old lady, or basically child abusing, or dog abusing, or whatever abusing, or racial abusing, or gender abusing, it doesn't matter. Basically, if you're standing up to the people that are doing that negative stuff, I basically one up you. Basically, you know, say good job. Because there's not that many people that will stand up to people. But you also got to remember, the bullies are usually more scared of you than you are of them. They're just not gonna.
Or if they're not in that point, they're going through with the
Yeah, sometimes they're going through pain.
a lot of bullies I've seen in my life,
Yeah, or they're getting abused. That's what a lot of people don't understand. Some of these trolls on the internet are getting messed with. The only way they know how to respond to people is in a negative way because they're in a negative environment. They don't know any better.
Yeah.
And welcome to the stream. And if you guys have any input in the chat, feel free. It's there for people to talk. And basically, this isn't basically to call out people, it's basically to inform people. Sometimes, usually the people don't know that they're hurting people, and they think either it's a game or whatever, because this is the only stress thing that they have. You know, some people are stuck with just, this is their only freedom, and they don't know how to deal with it. Or they don't, because some of their parents haven't taught them, or their school hasn't taught them, or just they're doing that just to basically reach out. they don't know how to ask for help. So that they're going to basically go for attention, even if it's negative attention, because that's the only way they know how.
But here's the thing too,
Huh.
not to change the subject on that.
Yeah, yeah.
There's hoping and there's ones that are
Yeah, yeah.
just make sure it is a lie.
Well, if you give them, you be helpful to a point, but they gotta help themselves. Like with me, I used to basically, this is when I was basically a bagger at Safeway. There was this guy that used to basically panhandle. Wanted to change his life for him and his kid. I gave him the information where he could help himself, his family, but he didn't want to do it. He wanted to show back up there, beg for money, want everything and all that stuff. I still was nice to him and stuff like that. I mean, it upset me knowing that this dude had a kid and he was homeless. And I was helping him to where he could get back on his feet. It didn't make me mad, it disappointed me.
Yeah.
You know? Because I gave him a number to Second Chance. They might want him to go to their classes and basically understand about drug addiction and all that stuff, but that stuff's helpful because they actually give you knowledge though too.
Yeah.
And also some other and they also sometimes help you with shelter and finding a job. If it wasn't for Second Chance, I wouldn't have got that job at Grocery Outlet, which ended up, well, actually, they provided me with training for Wellness Recovery Action Plan. They helped me, the Wellness Action Plan, and what is it? It was something else. The Rehabilitation Center.
Yeah.
If they didn't help me out, this was because I'm disabled and all that stuff. And basically, if they didn't help out, I wouldn't have had a job at Grocery Outlet that actually made it so where I got a job at Safeway. You know, sometimes you have to go through things and sit in a class. I mean, I didn't go there because I was an addict. I went there because I needed help to get my shit together. And I mean, if it wasn't for
There's
them,
also another side.
I wouldn't be on SSI. I didn't. I went there on my own free will.
Here's one thing I saw. You were talking about Pan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's the funny thing.
Mm-hmm.
And we're driving because she was colorblind. And she saw these people like, can you, I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, she's like, oh, I know that person. He has a big house and fancy car. Why is he panhandling? Because they didn't want to work for the money.
Yep. We got some people like that. They drove off in like a Mercedes, a brand new one. I seen them like a couple days later. The kid was in a brand new suit. A kid. And they all came in brand new suit. I mean, decked out. And I went, man, I wish I had clothes like that. But then I thought, wait a minute, they got all their stuff scamming people. So no, I don't want that.
I know, like I said.
And also, I heard, now this is some serious stuff. You know those different like terrorist groups and stuff like that?
Yeah.
A lot of those people that say that they're homeless and have babies, they're being sent out by those groups to get money.
A lot of them, I would mention certain things, I'll agree with that.
Which ain't cool.
Because I know some that they are mentally
Yeah,
and it's something that you want to make
yeah, yeah.
and I don't want to be someone that is.
I don't think you'd have to worry about. I don't honestly. I don't think you have much to fear about them because they're more honorable than the ones that I'm talking about.
Yeah, but you learn them to
Hey, I live in one of the capitals of basically the Muslim community is in the town that I live in the United States. So I mean,
you want to hear about it?
uh,
Where people disappear very easily.
Nevada.
And it has happened. They're one day and the next.
Yeah, I know they
And
make.
it's not, I won't say exactly about it.
Yeah, well,
Well, let me put it this way. A mile away from it. And if you go on the other side, that's what I'm going to say.
yeah, yeah.
People have disappeared here.
I've heard stories.
I am at a trial, some people try to dump me on
And it ain't just about the group that you're not mentioning. I've heard it about from other groups too that I ain't gonna mention.
But like I said, people just need to have respect. Oh, I'll even say this. I was on another account, and I see the person from the house away, and it's from the church. And he was having a payday, and people came back. I'm gonna split these people. I ain't good. I destroy evil, right? And then I asked him this. Are you God? But your God wants you to destroy something he created. Well. Well, would your God want you to destroy something he created? He's like, oh my God. You know, it's like,
And also, there's the thing in
I
the
don't know this
New
is.
Age movement, like basically how we're all God and all that stuff. So basically, if you're God, and if you're hurting somebody else, that means you're hurting God. They don't understand
And I just say, I hurt myself.
that. Yep.
Technically. But like I said, people just need to honest.
Me,
Yeah, there's bad people. No, there's bad people.
truthfully, and this is what I'm gonna say. I don't care if people give me shit or not. Okay, a lot of stuff has been misconstrued about certain organizations. So basically, quote unquote, some of these groups that they say are bad weren't started out that way. Like if you go, let's say the Italian Mafia, they were started to basically defend the Italian people during wartime. They were basically to protect the people, you know?
The Italian people that were coming overseas and that.
Not only that, they were there for during the wars, and basically they'd protect the Italian people from all the bullshit. And I heard they basically, I mean, I don't know all the stories, but I mean, I heard they used to protect people. But what I know is people changed, but I'm seeing that happen everywhere. There's the people.
They got greedy.
Fuck yes.
They wanted more.
Because
That's what you're trying to say. They got greedy.
Yeah.
Or they just be happy.
But also it's the ones that sold out. They didn't sell out because these people were bad. They sold out because somebody offered them a big check to basically sell out their people that were actually looking out for them. Because honestly, I'm not saying all mafia are bad, I'm not saying all mafia are good. But if you're doing good things, guess what? And we've experienced this ourselves. You're going to have people saying that you're doing the worst and the most evil deeds in the world. If you're saving puppies, they're going to say you're a serial killer. It's just the way the world is anymore. It's just based on hate and basically rumors. Because somebody's jealous and stuff like that.
It's just like what the beginning we started talking about.
Yeah. Because I remember when my grandfather was young. Basically, you know what the mafia did?
What?
Let's say when the unions had a problem, meaning the workers, the mafia would basically back the workers and defend the workers. They don't talk about that at all. All they talk about is how bad they are. You know, they don't talk about how they put their asses on the line to make sure the normal person can have a decent living wage. You want to know something? What I think fucked up the unions? They basically fucking kicked out the mafia out of stuff and let corporate take over.
That could be true.
Because mafia did not mess around. If people were getting fucked with, they took care of business. It didn't mean killing someone. It just mean sticking up for someone.
Or sometimes giving them lunch shoes,
Not always that. Some of that stuff you gotta remember. Some of that stuff is media hype, though, too. Yeah. A lot of it is. Well, still, a lot of it is media hype. The stuff that got out, yeah. Well, that would be usually if somebody's really hurting people or something like that. But I don't know about all that other stuff, but you know what I mean.
I'm just saying,
Oh,
but
yeah.
that's back today.
Yeah, but honestly,
Because you have to admit they got pretty corrupted there.
they're still around, but they're not as. It, honestly, if you look at any company anymore, let's say, oh yeah, because you'll have the bill collectors threatening you. If you don't pay them, they're gonna do all this. See,
The funny thing is, another thing, here's another thing. I noticed this is even serious. And this is a big company.
yeah,
Hot topic.
yeah, yeah.
I had a friend, I'm not gonna say names. He went to look for shirts when you were overseas.
Yeah, yeah,
The warehouses and that.
yeah.
He saw Hot Topic shirts. You know that Hot Topic sells the shirts for like 15, like $50 a piece.
Yeah.
Guess how much my friend was getting?
Huh. Probably a
2
couple
cents.
bucks. Dang.
What does that cost?
A whole shitload.
2 cents per shirt. Not a bad thought, you know. You're making your money. Triple that.
Honestly, I see it now. The politicians and the corporations are twice as bad as any mafia. Straight up. At least the mafia tells you what you're getting into. The corporations, they don't tell you you're going to be in debt for life. And if you don't pay your debt, basically, they're going to send basically people out to pretty much take everything you got.
They'll tell you you're going to be homeless.
Nope. And they don't even offer protection money. Seriously. I think I got somebody pissed off when I said they don't even offer protection money. I'm sorry. That was a joke. And you want to know something? If people get upset about a joke, when I'm being serious and I'm talking some serious shit and I'm talking, I'm not trying to make people look good or look bad. I'm just being real.
Hey, it's just
Yeah.
these companies like overcharging
Dude, the companies will, I mean, if they don't like you, they'll take you out. That's who you have to worry about is the companies.
Like I said, I won't mention names because I don't want to mention the names, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to say, my best friend, he did good towel work, right?
Uh-huh.
He made 3 companies through his lifetime. Okay, 3 companies. Wow. He was doing such a good job. People offered him $1 million each time to buy a house. They had to stop. Because he was competition.
Oh yeah, they'll do that.
Like, it was another thing. Big companies trying to get rid of small companies, you know?
Yeah, they'll usually buy you out. Sometimes either they'll incorporate it to their company or they'll just buy it out so nobody can use it. So the competition is not fair.
And you also have to look at this. Being bought out or, you know,
Being destroyed.
hey, at least this way I get $20 out, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying basically getting worse. I'm just saying, if anything becomes a threat to anyone, we're trying to get rid of it, we're trying to pull us. It's true. You both see this.
We both experienced it. Remember the families we had to basically take down just because they were basically saying, if you don't follow us, we're going to hack you? Nobody else was basically protecting anybody. They were making companies money. It's, oh yeah, and they'd be big.
But they want to be hateful. They want to show hey, there's another family. Cool. How do you do it? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But nowadays it's like you don't want to join us, or you don't like us, you want to be smashed. Oh, smash.
Yeah. That's how we lost home. That bullshit.
It is. All the hatred, all the greed, the divided, overcharged. All the people were getting revenge from the side. Almost looking up.
But you also know why we weren't getting messed with?
What's up?
Money talks, bullshit walks. We were putting money into our accounts. If you remember, and me and you probably both heard this, the moderators got dirty. To where even if the person that was getting victimized, if they didn't have any money on their account, they get banned. Even if the person that is basically harassing, stalking, or threatening the person, if they have money on their account, they're safe. The only reason why a lot of members of the group were okay is because we were spending money. Because they know if we would have walked out, guess what? A big chunk out of their pocket would go. A big fucking chunk.
Because I'll even say this. I have over 1,500 games. I stopped at 1,500.
Yeah.
Yes, they might not have been the best condition when I bought them. I still close.
Yeah.
Still make a profit on it. You know. It's just.
It's sick.
I'm almost. And I haven't talked with people about this. And I ask them, do you ever think about just hiding from the world? And you know what most of them say? Yeah, I did, because this world isn't a world anymore. It's nothing like 83. A long time. You know?
And I'm wondering, honestly, back then, if Lone Wolf would have basically just stopped and saying we're not paying any more money, how many either thousands, hundreds of thousands, or millions of dollars they would have lost from their pockets.
Let me put it this way. Some of the people that are here, the same were spent 2 to 3, 4,000, 5,000, maybe $10,000 on this.
I'm one of them.
You're there full time.
Because remember, I had it even when I had a job. That's when I spent buku bucks. Every time an update would happen, I would at least get myself a $20 PlayStation card. Not not all the time, but most of the time. And
Yeah.
$20 a week when you're getting $100 is still a lot of money. That's still $80 a month. And if you have just a couple people, you're making $1,000 a month. If you have 10 or so people, we had hundreds, maybe thousands. So if you have thousands at $80 a month, you're talking $80,000 just for 1,000 people a month.
But here goes the thing that we also said with recent products. We even had corrupted people.
Oh yeah, we had to kick them out.
I won't mention names, but we had people running for PSN products.
An advisor, ex-advisor,
You know what I mean?
yeah. It doesn't mean that we don't care about the person. It just means people messed up.
It would have been cool if they actually followed what they were doing.
Yeah,
You know?
because honestly, I thought a lot of the people, because I didn't even know about that until someone told me, and it's like, what the fuck?
Some of the members were even one people. You gotta ask their people that you do this and once this stuff is there.
They're gone.
Okay, these people are out there and it's simple.
Yeah, it was even some people that had power in Lone Wolf. You know?
Not to change the subject, what are you doing
Oh, I am basically, this is a spinner. It's a wrench, and basically I'm fixing the benches. These are little workbenches.
there? Okay, so those eventually break down.
Everything was done, yeah, and you can fix them. See, like this? See how there's a yellow thing? I click it, it turns blue. That means it's repaired.
Yeah.
But the tools
So
can
you have
break.
all the resources to fix it?
No, you just have to have the spinner like I have. I can create them. Uh, what it takes to make a spinner, you just go look at the. Do I have actually? Wait a minute, I have to switch to my other page.
Because I think you want to
See, there's a spinner right there. It shows you what you need to make it. All spinners break down. Yeah, but I mean, I cared about that person. I thought that person was my sister, you know? I mean, me and her were, I didn't know. And I heard she was using the group to basically boss people around. That got me pissed off too.
I didn't hear that name, but it's okay.
I didn't say the name. There's been a couple people, if you gotta realize, that's been kicked out of the group though too. So I mean,
I know.
and it doesn't mean that in the future we're gonna be enemies or something like that. If they come around and they're cool, that's gonna be a different story. I'm not gonna be a dick to them. I'll be chill, but I mean,
But
if they start their bullshit, I'm I'm still gonna be weary because sometimes when they come back, they're not coming. They might pretend like they're friends. Sometimes they're coming back for revenge.
like what we say.
Exactly. Yeah. Destruction. And honestly, before that person got with someone that we know, they asked me. I did care about that person, but something told me I don't know if this is right.
But
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I mean, if she would have been different, it may have been different. But my instincts told me no.
Sometimes you have to do that. Like I explained. So what?
She was
What
trying to
is
make me pull the white knight syndrome, and I felt it.
you gotta love the way it is.
Yep.
Because funny thing, but that white man, but I'm the way that people make it too. So, but I am the dark stuff and all that stuff. So, you know, I still say that one block is cool.
Which one? Oh, the block that everything's made of?
Let's see. You can just pass them.
Where is it? Right there?
Let's see. There's another see.
It's called corruption. Some things it looks cool in, some things it don't. That would look good in a place where there's red and black. There is red and black brick. There is also, where is it? It's called black glass. Right there. Oh, now they're calling it dark glass. What the hell? They're being racist.
Or maybe someone said they were being racist.
I know.
You know?
You never know, man. They changed their one thing that used to be called that they were gonna call dark matter, and I think they called it umbrous. And it's like, dude, everybody needs to quit and chill on stuff. If they call something a color black, and if it's black, shoot, wait a minute. Are they going to try to make it basically the color black? Are they going to call it you have to call it African American now? I mean, I have I'm supposed to be part black. I'm part Indian.
Technically,
Yeah,
if you want to
we
go,
all are. I know we all came from Africa.
if you go back all of my TV, I
Yeah.
want to.
But I mean, I'm just using that as a reference.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah. But I mean, people need to chill on the thing. I mean, people need to stop getting offended on stuff so easily. That's one thing. People wanting everything now, getting offended too easily, and sometimes just lighten up and basically enjoy life instead of looking for a reason to get mad.
Well, let's not forget about the suit happy people.
Yeah.
You look at those people.
Thank God, that's one thing. But I hear most of the time, if you're wealthy, that's one thing we're going to have to worry about, is getting sued.
Oh, yeah, let's cover that. One of our biggest fears.
That's why we're going to have a team of lawyers. Yeah. Some people instantaneously want to basically look for something just to destroy stuff.
AKA talking about I'm this age and I'm this age.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Can't believe everyone what age they are.
Honestly, some people that say that they're that age, even if they're in their 50s, some of them act like they're 12. Truthfully. And I've seen some kids act like adults. And it's sad. Kids shouldn't have to basically lie about how old they are just because they feel that somebody should accept them. Some kids grow up way too quick. You gotta remember that.
Yeah. There's no such thing as a childhood.
Okay?
Our life has one of our
Money.
Yeah.
And you also gotta remember this. By streaming and stuff like that, we're their temporary parents, like it or not. Because some of them don't have parents. Or they put them in front of a TV, not pay attention to them, and the only positive thing that they're getting might be this conversation.
Bingo, that's why we're having this. You know, a lot of people say, "Oh, I don't hear this."
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, what if somebody needs to hear something that we're saying and it could basically make them go, wait a minute, because you know sometimes people are suicidal and they need to hear something that somebody's going through it too so they don't feel alone. So that they can go,
Like I said,
wait a minute, I'm not alone. Maybe if they can do it, I can do it too. you know, and basically change their life around. And I mean, and maybe through my mistakes, they can learn not to do the same mess up stuff like trust a girl that says she loves you and completely trust her. Always make sure they show themselves first. Don't repeat what I did. That's some of the best advice I can give you.
Yeah. It is common advice, you know, it's like, don't be catfish.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll even admit, I've been catfish. I was looking for someone to care about.
Yeah. Dude, I lost a
But
lot of
not
money.
bad.
Yeah. But also, by us going through that experience, by people using us for money, the people that basically haven't gone through the experience can avoid those experiences, you know? So they don't have to go through the BS and basically hardship that we went through. Basically,
Or at least long they know they're not
and welcome to the stream, and thank you for visiting the stream. Have a good day. Yeah, somebody keeps on popping in the stream and then exiting.
It's okay.
Yep. Wait. Or it's Fort. Let me see. It's. Wait. 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 Fort's online. He's probably checking.
That's fine.
Hey, as long as he shows up, as long as he's enjoying the stream, and I'm thankful that he shows up and checks in every once in a while.
Yeah, like I said. Always in the best of one, you know. After having people, it's like,
I don't have any beef
oh,
with
I
him
don't
either.
think movies.
Exactly.
But that's what also gives like where we're at. Is one of the people freedom of speech.
Exactly.
You know?
Everybody's gonna get offended every once in a while. I mean, we can please here's a saying: we can please some of the people some of the time, but we can't please all of the people all of the time.
And that's why every time I would say this organization puts me what's hard.
Yeah.
Maintaining the outcomes.
Not just for us, but for other people. It could be saving someone's life that we don't even know. How do we know that?
It could be 20 years from now. Just, hey,
Yeah,
we're not going to be here. Just maybe it's still out there.
yeah. And also, how do we know that it doesn't inspire someone to become the next president and basically him basically figuring out actually how to fix this mess that all the other politicians and all the other presidents push on the other president, you know? How do we know that that person can't actually fix or cure a major disease or basically solve hunger or cancer or, you know, we don't know, or take us on to, I mean, some scientific breakthroughs that change the world as we know it. We
You
don't
know,
know.
they're actually able to cure cancer.
Yeah, it's in
You wanna know what the
Cuba.
funny part is?
It's
Everyone has
illegal.
acidic reflux.
It's only like a couple bucks to actually do it
You wanna
because
hear
there's
what
no
they tell me
profit in
here?
it. There's no profit in it.
What do you know about the one here?
Well, I know it. I think it's in Cuba. They won't legalize it here because there's no profit in it.
Actually, I live in the state that I came
Huh? Then there's more than one place then too. Because
from.
I
You
heard
wanna
it
hear
was
what
in
it
Cuba.
is?
What?
Honestly,
What?
it kills the cancer cells. If it's a mass cancer, it actually eats away the underground tissue to stop it, and it won't grow back. But they don't want to invest in it because it's a permanent cure. They don't want to put millions of dollars
But we also gotta watch out a little bit because the drug companies sometimes they get all hurt. We're not trying to take down drug companies. We're just trying to say make it so we're make it a little bit easier on people. Cause you wanna know something?
because
I
after
lost a
I
lot of
played,
members of my family, and I lost my best friend because someone didn't want to release the cure. I lost my mom about a month before they released the cure for hepatitis C.
and what the funny thing is, another thing, here comes the conversation again. What happens if you don't have no more people?
What do you mean?
You know, they have cures. They won't want to cure the people. All these people go back. What happens when there's no more people?
They won't make no more money.
So at the end, they're going to just throw themselves
Yeah,
away. It's,
that looks
and like I said,
badass.
we don't run from anyone. You know, we're just speaking our mind. We're not like, oh, this is bad. We're just talking what that's instead of words.
Yeah, but look at the colors.
But yeah, but it's just there's so much out there. And cures and stuff like that.
And honestly, the way the world is, I don't think that many people know that they're doing wrong and they were brought up. Think about money.
Bro,
Some of them don't know.
you're whispering again.
What I'm thinking, some of them don't know any better because they're taught about how much money is more important than everything. How society is basically pretty much ingrained it in their head. I'm also losing my voice.
Yeah, that's why I was
I'm even standing up.
just trying to tell
I'm
you.
even getting closer to the screen. I'm losing my voice.
Yeah. Probably all the stress too.
Possibly. And I'm sure that there's a
You are
cure for
struggling.
age. I'm sure there is.
But you want to hear what the most amazing cure for age is?
No, I said AIDS.
Yeah, there probably is. They actually have a pill
shit.
I'm sure
No.
people have a chance to
Yeah.
but if there's a village today that has immigrations, it's not 100% unique to
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, I've heard something about that. But also, what they should do, there's another apparition. That one looks badass. Looks like an angel. Sometimes it's only there. But I mean, no, they're just apparitions. Maybe it's an alternate boundless.
oh my god, it's Naruto blood. See it?
Where? Oh, there? X1?
Yeah. See the star on it?
Yeah. Some people have already built to the center, except that one. They built kind of on the outskirts. I wanted to basically
So all
have
those buildings?
yeah. When I hit that, that's all the buildings and the cities. See, I wanted to basically get something like right in the center and then build out on the rings. You know, like how Atlantis it was supposed to be rings.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think what they should do with certain people, have it so where they can only go on basically sexually promiscuous people should only be able to basically fuck around with sexually promiscuous people. But make it so basically if they're too bad, just make it so where you lower their sexual libido. I mean,
Or they get tested when they obviously they can't do it.
yeah, that means sexual libido. If you basically cut down their sex drive, they don't want to screw it. Honestly, I think some people shouldn't have sex. Because some people just have sex to have sex. They don't care if they infect anybody or if they get infected, and if they get infected, they don't care if they infect other people. I think those people should be kept away from people or should be all thrown in somewhere where they can all have sex with themselves and stay out of the public.
That is understandable.
I mean, my ideas might be, what would you call it? Not rash. What is it called when you? What is it called when you're thinking, but it's to the extreme, not extremist.
Overthinking.
No. It means to basically something like rash. Like if you're saying something too over the top.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not thinking
like
that.
People understand it.
Yeah. And honestly, I think they should make it to where if you want a kid, you should sign something and all that stuff so where you take care of the kid. And also I do believe they should make something so where if they have kids, only certain people qualify. Not to be used against them. Because I mean, if two people love each other and if they want to start a family, it should be between both of them. But if they're both irresponsible or having sex with every Tom, Dick, and Harry, I'm sorry, those people should have it so where they're sterile. And make it so when they're ready
I'll agree
to
upon that.
yeah, so when they're ready
Yeah.
to have a kid, they can have a kid. And also, I do believe people that are violent or have disabilities, meaning certain ones that are bad traits, should not raise kids or have kids. Because it will do two things. It will make it so where the kid doesn't have to go through the suffering and have post-traumatic stress disorder or some kind of, you know what I mean? And it'll make it so where we don't have more people in the system.
I'll even tell you a
In the
situation.
system.
You want to hear it?
Yeah.
I'll even tell you a situation. I used to go to a car shop,
Huh?
This woman was amazing. Yeah. She met this kid. I told her, as I normally do, be careful.
Yeah.
They got married, had kids.
Uh-huh.
He never loved her. He only married her to prove this is gay because her God's mother wanted her. And guess what he did? She took. He took and gave his wife double the medication so she would look crazy. And I felt so sorry for her because she literally thought this had helped. And cared about their kid. And all she was a baby machine. So his mother had actually already. And I'm happy that it worked out for the last time I saw her because she got to keep her kid because she had her and also got publicity. But that goes on that thing that people when they're just thinking of sex, sex, kids. It's just crazy sometimes. Because I'll even say this. I have many talks with a lot of people, right? And I ask them, why are you with this person? They were there for me at the time. I didn't think I was doing anything else. I'm like, hey, I'll even say I feel that way. Still do. But at the end of the day, we're going to come for everything. We've gotten so high on the standard. You okay?
Yeah, I'm trying to mess with this thing.
But I hate to cut it off here, but I have to go make dinner.
Okay.
I will talk to you later, and hopefully everyone that watches this video has a good night. Okay? Like I said, this is just a conversation I need. Much love to you all. I will talk to everyone.
Okay, man. You take care, man.
Take care.
Welcome to the stream. I'm probably going to bounce off the stream. You have a good one. Whoever you may or may not be. And I hope you have a good day. Okay. You have a good one.